Hub areas are the best areas in video games, as they bring with them a crazy level of comfort, weird NPCs, and maybe even the Battle Pass. When will the Lord take me? Anyways, there's a ton of different ways to utilize a hub area. From interwoven centralized spaces to roaming camps full of your friends, these zones offer us a reprieve or a reset area to break up a lot of the action. So today, let's talk about the 4 types of hub areas in video games. The easiest way to design a hub area is for it to be a zone with portals to other zones. Obviously, the most iconic iteration of this is Peach's Castle in Mario 64. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop! Each painting on the wall of the castle represents a zone you can go to by jumping through it. In this way, the castle serves as a connective tissue, something akin to an overworld map from 2D Mario games, but now more fluid and open-ended, allowing the player to select what level they want to go to as long as they have the requisite amount of stars for that area. The other thing to mention about Peach's Castle is that it's just so iconic. From the checkerboard flooring to the long staircases to the trapdoors, this place is just such a vibe, and it will forever be one of the most iconic hub areas. But another game that also pulls off this portal hub setting does so in an entirely different way. The Traveler in Destiny is a spaceport, and while you might select planets instead of jumping through paintings, this area ostensibly serves the same purpose, and it allows you to connect with other players as it is a shared space multiplayer zone. In this hub, you can upgrade weapons, talk to NPCs, travel to other planets, and show off your epic fit. I love the Traveler. It represents everything that is good about Destiny. It shows off the beautiful spaces, gives you heartwarming moments with some of the excellent NPCs this game has, and brings players together in a persistent zone. But you know what the Traveler doesn't do? Travel. Nice job on the smooth transition, John. Thank you. A recent trend in open-world game design has been to have a roaming hub, and 2 of the best open-world games have implemented this style. The first time I saw this was in Red Dead Redemption 2 with Dutch's Camp. This area moves as the story progresses and often sets itself up in a place that makes the most sense. While this camp might not be a perfect hub, home is where the heart is, and the heart is where the gang is. Hanging out, playing card games, and cooking up meals is a comforting joy not seen in the game's vast open world. It centers Arthur and gives a lot more weight to the events of the game. It connects you with characters in a way that scripted cutscenes just can't. The second half of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has a very similar hub style, and while the crew may just take up in a tavern or a castle, home is where Zizka is, and I am where Zizka is. He is my pal. The characters in this game are the most lovable crew of misfits ever conceived, and you have no option but to exhaust their dialogue, learn about their stories, and compete in their competitions. The game's necessary sleeping and eating systems mean that no matter how many side quests you divert on, you are always hanging out with this gang on a day-to-day basis, getting to know them, greet them, and observe their tomfoolery. Well, alright, see ya! Aw man, the Blurbs set is an interconnected hub area. Well, at least I can upgrade my brick. Much better. Hub areas that are woven into the fabric of a video game world are my favorites. Obviously, the most iconic iteration of this is Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1. At first, Firelink Shrine is an unassuming location, but the way it fits into the broader scope of Lore Drain is insane. The beginning offers you 2 exits, one to the Undead City where you'll die, and another to the Skeleton area where you'll die. You do that a lot in this game. You'll go like 3 hours down the main game path and then somehow take an elevator right back down to the start, even though you feel like you were miles away from it. And then that happens again and again, as you suddenly connect Blighttown to the hub, making no journey feel too far. This works extremely well since this game doesn't implement a fast travel system until later in the game. Hollow Knight takes a similar approach, as its interlocking levels all find ways to the surface. Dirtmouth, the city that sits on top of everything, is Hollow Knight's hub, and is accessible in a lot of different manners. If you unlock the Stag Station, you can get to it from any other zone, but you can also go up through the Crystal Peak and come back through. You can fall down the Howling Peaks and enter the same way you started the game, and you can come up through the ground below in the Forgotten Crossroads. While the caves of Hollow Knight delve deep, the interconnected level design makes it so you never feel too far away from this hub. Roguelike games have hubs out of necessity, and as such, these areas are often the most important within the game. Hades has one of the most iconic, as every time you die, you arrive back at the House of Hades. The House of Hades is both meant to represent the oppression of the underworld, but also a sense of comfort. The only person down here that ever makes you really feel oppressed is Hades himself, and he's often too wrapped up in his work to care.
No battle pass? Hell. Didn't pay their taxes on time? That's hell. Forgot to use a blinker when making a right? Hell. Doesn't like and subscribe to Blurbs?
Other than that, you can go to your room where you can upgrade for your next run, you can test out weapons with Skelly, and you can converse with all the friendly characters dropped down here with you. It's these conversations that make this hub feel like a home, the frustration of dying over and over again often relieved by friendly faces and necessary upgrades. Another roguelite hub area that I absolutely adore is from a game I rarely talk about. Moonlighter has a hub city called Rhinoka where you are between dungeon runs. This area is great for a lot of reasons. It has the typical upgrade structure found in games like Hades and Dead Cells, allowing you to buy weapons and upgrade abilities from vendors, but it also features this game's main mechanic, which is selling the items you loot while exploring those dungeons. The shopkeeping aspect of the game makes everything you do on each run feel entirely worthwhile, as you have to keep your shelves stocked. But beyond that, it's also just cool to see the town of Rhinoka fill in as you defeat bosses, more shopkeepers appear, and your business will get a lot more traffic. It's an insanely unique take on the roguelite genre, and its hub area is a big reason for its success. Hubs are often the most important area in a video game. Talking about things like the Traveler from Destiny makes me wish more multiplayer games would implement these unique areas, as the upcoming game Marathon could absolutely utilize a place like this. A well-designed hub can add so much to a game, and there isn't just one avenue for making it great, as all the games I talked about today have interesting and unique ways of utilizing these spaces. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.